Okay, I've just come out of Abigail. About, you know when a film is beyond fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's obvious if you've seen the trailer. A ballerina vampire. First thing to note is, oh my God, the producers really tried to stick a load of gags in that just fell flat on their fucking asses. Every time one of the characters like tried to say something hilarious, and there'd be a beat, like pause. There was nothing, like there was just no reaction. I mean, no one in the auditorium laughed at all. The jokes were shit. You can tell this is done by the and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw online Abigail is done by the people who bought you Ready or Not, Samara Weaving's crossbow, what's it, The Bride with the gun strap, Ready or Not, basically, where she has to play the game just after getting married. You can tell that they use the exact same death, death momentum. So at the end of Ready or Not, all the characters like explode. In this, I won't give it away, but a couple of the characters explode in exactly the same fashion as Ready or Not, and the ending as well. The fact that it's set in the whole mahogany rustic mansion with the marble floors and statues. It's just taken. It's a borrowed concept from a previous film. It's like who else does that? It's probably Blumhouse. They do a lot of things where they just repeat the same. Like it's a corrupt organisation or something, or like there's a character who sort of, it's a different character in a different film, but it's sort of similar to a previous one. Whatever. Anyway, you can tell it's by the producers of Ready or Not. Like I say, the humour was just pathetic. I sat and I actually howled at one point with laughter, but not in laughter's way. When it's a laughter that sort of. It's just for laughter's sake, because it's so pathetic. Oh my God. It wasn't physically funny at all. There was nothing to it. Right. My pet hate in this film was the moment where they get Abigail trapped in a cage, an elevator cage thing. And, oh my God, she goes around each of the, all the criminals who have kidnapped her or whatever, they're placed in front of her, and she's like, you are a corrupt medic, you were an ex-military service, you were a secretary for a law firm or whatever. She's pointing out what each and every one of them does. They spectacularly fail to sort of pinpoint her. So if that was, fucking hell, there was a werewolf episode of Doctor Who, for God's sake, where, David Tennant's like, what planet are you from? And that was a fucking BBC show. This mainstream, main shit movie, and there was no questioning. She just goes around and sort of interrogates them herself, but they make no attempt to find out who she is, what she is, why she's doing what she's doing. This is nice. This foyer is just completely empty. I love it. Right, so anything else? So borrowed concept from Ready or Not. It's not funny when it's trying to be funny. There's no explanation of where she came from or why she's doing what she's doing. They do touch on it lightly, but it's not enough. I just don't know. I'm speechless. Sorry, I don't know. Maybe I'll review this. Possibly not, because it's just genuinely a load of shit. It's predictable. It's really another plot. Actually, it's weird in places. Like there's bits where it's one of those movies. That's it. Where say there's like three of them. And Abigail pounces on one of them, throws him to the floor, and he goes rolling across. And then he's like, I'm well injured. Oh, that well hurts. Watching her go for someone else's jugular. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. So when one of the characters is on the floor, completely capable, obviously he was almost knocked out, but completely capable of helping someone else, and he just lays there instead and is just like, oh my God, she's going for someone else. Whatever. There's also a really strange. There's a really strange bit where she's. Sorry, I'm having to pretend to be on the phone to someone because there's an employee there. There's a really strange bit where the music. So the soundtrack. Oh my god, it's like a real sort of intriguing, slightly emotional piece of music. But it's played out where a character's like grabbed a stake and is like sort of, there's this hench guy in it and he's like waddling down a hallway or something. It's a complete mismatch. Everything in this film is a fucking mismatch. The humour, the soundtrack, the pauses, the moments, the one-liners are appalling, and so is this. I've been on here 5 minutes. Fucking hell. I mean, this is obvious. I mean, I'm basically it's like saying Jerry Halliwell left the Spice Girls, but avoid this at all costs. Do not. If you spend 1 penny, 1 single dime on Abigail, you need your fucking head testing. All right, so that's it. Maybe I'll review it. Maybe I won't. But I'm off to see that next. Well, not now, but I might go on bank holiday. A must-see Fall Guy. Why didn't I go and see you? Oh, fuck's sake.